Good evening, and thank you for tuning in to our sixth form parents event. We've done these events in the past, and we've done them with a live audience a couple of times, and this is the first time we've done it online. I hope that in the coming months and years, we're able to catch up in person. Fingers crossed. This evening, we want to cover things that are specific to your daughter or your son's pathway. We're going to introduce you to Go for School system, where you'll be able to see all of your daughter or son's feedback from their teachers, any house points they may get, their attendance, and once we've done our first assessment cycle, you'll see their outcomes as well. Your pathway lead will tell you about expectations, demands, and assessments for the particular pathway. And you'll also hear about our assessment mound and how we'll report back to you as parents and carers. I want to start by saying thank you for choosing Scott College. I hope you feel you've made the right decision. I need you to know from our perspective and the performance of your children so far, we're absolutely certain they've made the right decision. The quality of their engagement has been outstanding, and it's good to see lots of teachers who have been to see me to say how well our new students have settled in, along with the students who have moved into the sixth form from Scott College. And that's pretty amazing, considering that many schools were not operating, and certainly not operating full timetables between March and July, and then students started with us in September. So I'm going to hand over to Mr. Creswell at about this point, who's going to tell you about Go for Schools. Thank you.
Mr. Creswell here. I'm going to show you through one of the systems we use. It's called Go for Schools, and it is the way that we would communicate with you some of the information and data around your young person, so that you can see in real time how they're doing, how their attendance is, and those kind of things. So I'm going to present my screen so that you can see what it looks like, how to log in, and what features of it you would be able to use. So really, it's going to be great for looking at your young person's attendance. It's going to be good for looking at their attainment and for their behaviour. So those are really the three big ones, as well as finding some information out about their day. So, for example, if you want to know what their timetable is, you could do that via Go for Schools. Good. So first of all, I will show you how to get there. So if you Google Go for Schools, it's with the number 4. It's schools. And Go for Schools. And you're going to enter it as a parent. So you go on this one here. And if you have used it previously because your young person came to us in for GCSE, then it's the same one. You can just log in with your same email address and password. If you've forgotten your password, obviously hit forgotten password, and it will send you an email to the account, to the email address that we have on your account. If you're a new user, so either a new student to us in year 12 or a new student to us in year 9, for everybody in year 9, you will be a new first-time user. So you're just going to click on first-time user and enter an email address. Now, at this point, if we don't have an email address for you, this won't work. So I think there's a few students left who we don't have the email addresses for. And if that is the case, can you please email the name of the student, the name of the contact details of the parent. So, for example, for me, it would be my little boy's called Jude, so it would be Jude Creswell. And then I would say from Tim Creswell, and then, which is my name. And then I would put the email address that I want to use for this account. You can add others later and other parents later. So if you want 2 parents' email addresses on there and 2 logins, then you can do that. But we just need an email address of a parent to attach to account. So if you email that to reception@scottcollege.co.uk with the subject title Go for Schools. So just to reception@scottcollege.co.uk with the email tag Go for Schools, and then just email us your email address, name of the student, and name of the parent. You click on new password and then follow it through. It's pretty simple to do. If you've been on any websites ever, it works in a very similar way. That will then give you, and I've got a student here whose information I have asked her permission that I may use. So she's called Eden. She's in our year 12 class. She's one of our prefects. And she said that it was fine if I showed hers as a demonstration. So this is very similar. So I can obviously, as a teacher, I can see slightly more things, but it's very similar to what you'd see as a parent. So I can see some of their at a glance, their data. So Eden takes biology, chemistry, maths, and psychology. She also has registration and work placement. So once she's done her first assessment cycle in those in year 12, she'll get some data here which will tell me whether she's well below, on target, or above. I can see here at a glance her overall attendance is 100%, so she's been in every session she's needed to be in. This is her registration group, and she has had 130 positive points. As I scroll down, then you can see that this is a sort of a bit of a flight map of her qualifications as she's gone on. This one's probably quite an important one for if you want to know what your young person's got. Obviously, we print them at the beginning of the year, but there are ever so slight changes across the first couple of weeks as we change into sort of go from September, October. Some students might drop subjects, and some students might pick them up. So you can see all of that timetable all in one place there for Eden. So that's really useful. And as you go down, my charge just started crying in the background. As you go down, you can see her teachers. You can see what she got for each of those things. You will be able to see her targets. You will be able to see her attendance, authorised or otherwise. And then from a behaviour point of view, you can see the events as they happen. So as Mr. Simpson put this on Friday the 9th of October, she was received the Gold Award. You would have seen that that appear. So if you check Go for Schools reasonably regularly, you can see those positive appear. Now from a year 9 point of view as well, because year 12 wouldn't have so many, although year 12 you can check if for your young person if their homework's not gone on, and they might have be given an amber warning or just a mark on here with saying that they haven't completed their homework. But for year 9, you can analyse, you can have a look at when they're receiving bronze and silver and gold awards, which is our house point system. Or when they would be receiving ambers and what for. So if you click into the event, it will tell you. The teachers always write a little bit in there. What I would normally write, so if this was me giving Eden the Gold Award, I would normally write a little comment in there about why I'd have given it to her. So if you click in through those, you would be able to go and find out a little bit more information about Eden's achievements and why the teacher felt that she deserved a bronze, silver, or a gold award. So that's Go for Schools. If you have any issues at all with Go for Schools, please feel free to either email reception, which is reception@scottcollege.co.uk, or myself, and we will be able to help you out with those, either to get you logged in or to explain any of the features of that. Have a wonderful rest of your evening, and I hope that was informative.
Good afternoon and welcome to our Getting to Know You Parents event at Scott College. My name is Sherry Mann and I'm head of the Access Pathway, and I'd like to talk to you a little bit today about our expectations. So the students in the Access Pathway study for 3 qualifications: GCSE Retake English, GCSE Retake Maths, and OCR Level 2 Life Skills. And that happens over 4 days a week. So our students are in Monday and Tuesday mornings, work placement on a Wednesday, and then Thursday and Friday in school as well. So currently we are almost about to go into half term. Term begins for our students on the 2nd of November, where they will have their first retake GCSE exam. Now those exams start at 9 a.m. Some are for an hour and a half, some are for an hour and 45 minutes. But we would like our students to be into school for 8:30 so they can prepare themselves and get in the right frame of mind for their GCSE exam to happen. During our work placement day, our students currently, due to COVID, we can't be on work placement, unfortunately. So I would advise that they use that time wisely to revise for their GCSEs and also to catch up on any coursework or undertake any coursework that needs to be doing for their life and living skills at their OCR qualification. Attendance to lessons is really, really important because our students only work a half a day, really, most mornings. The afternoons are free. It's important that during those time they use our apps that we use to catch up for revision and homework. So we use Bedrock for English, and I believe all the work is posted on the students' classrooms for their maths. If you are having difficulties logging onto those apps, please speak to myself or your subject teacher.
Good evening. I'm Mrs. Holliday, Head of English at Scott College. Some students would have received a letter explaining that they have an English resit examination in November. Paper 1 is on the 2nd of November and paper 2 is on the 4th of November. Both exams are in the morning and students must arrive promptly. Both exams last 1 hour and 45 minutes, but some students will have extra time. As we are going to have a 2-week half term and no contact time with the students, I am going to set daily Seneca tasks for students to complete as revision. It is essential that students complete these tasks in order to keep up to date with their learning. Thank you.
Hello to the parents of our Year 12 Access Pathway. I would like to introduce myself. I'm Jasmine Fisher and I teach the Access Pathway once a week, and my colleague Michelle Williams also teaches them. She teaches them quite a few lessons in the week. They've been hard working towards their maths GCSEs, which will be happening in just over 2 weeks' time. They've been working really hard in their lessons. I hope they've also been working hard at home. Just to give you a little bit of an update, on Tuesday, the 3rd of November, they will sit their first maths paper. That is only 18 days away. So 20 minutes of maths a day at least, probably closer to an hour at this point. Paper 2 is then on the Thursday, the 5th of November. That's 20 days away. And paper 3 is on Monday, the 9th of November. To help students prepare and to make sure they're prepared for their exams, in a week's time, on Thursday, the 22nd of October, we do have a maths session in school that will be starting at 9 a.m. in the morning, and there will be an opportunity for pizza.
I hope you found this evening useful and informative. We're a small school, and if there are things that you think we could do even better, or any comments that you want to make, please do get in touch and let us know what you think. I do care. I do want to take on board your comments, so of course let me know. And we change as a result of parents' comments to us. When we were planning for this term back in June and July, our governors built in a 2-week half term, as we recognised this was likely to be a half term like no other, and so it has proved to be. It's entirely possible that during those 2 weeks of half term, additional measures or lockdowns will be announced, and if that's the case, I just need you to know we will carry on our learning online. The students need to have their Chromebooks, they need to have a decent charger, and they need to have access to Wi-Fi. If you don't have any of these things, it's really important they talk to us on Friday, just in case there are any political decisions made in the coming 2 weeks. Just want to say once more, thank you for listening. Have a really good evening, and I hope we meet in person in the not too distant future. Thanks very much.